I ain't gonna be able to share it.
Welcome to the Keep the Faith podcast. I am your host, Tori. We're doing an impromptu, we're doing a business spotlight on today. And Kendra, if you want to share the post, you can. I'm sharing it on my personal page, my Keep the Faith page, and my YouTube channel. So just make sure your volume is turned down if you want to share it. But basically, I'm going to be talking to Miss Kendrea Robinson on today. We're going to be talking about her open house that she has coming up on February the 25th, 27th. February 27th.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kendra, first introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your business and some of the services that you offer.
All right. So I'm Kendrea Robinson, everyone. I'm a family nurse practitioner here in Florence, South Carolina. Also the founder of Practical Purpose Solutions, where we help individuals reset so that they can refocus. Our ultimate goal whenever our clients come in is to make sure that they get the proper services, make sure it's quality services, and that we are abiding by excellence so that individuals can literally function better. They can have more energy, they can feel better about themselves. Because a lot of times I know for a fact I've seen it where when people don't feel good, of course, they're not going to be at their best when it comes to taking care of everyone else. So that is what we do here at Practical Purpose Solutions. That is who I am. In addition, I'm also an author. So I just focus a lot on wellness, and as much as I can provide knowledge, I also want to be able to continue to provide services as well in the wellness realm.
Now, and growing up, was that something, health and wellness, was that something that you always was into, or is it something that developed over time as you grew into adulthood, or did you always have the interest growing up as a child?
So honestly, as a child, I always wanted to be a teacher. I just had a lot of teachers around me, so I was wanting to be a teacher, believe it or not. And then I got introduced to the world of nursing, and I was like, oh, okay, I might like this. So I, began to go to school. And what really drew me into the field was before I got into the nursing program was that I noticed like my family, a lot of them have and had diabetes at the time. And so I was kind of concerned more about, at the time I didn't know how severe these issues was, but I was more concerned on how can I help my family? How can I help the people in my reach? And then when I went to school, that's when it became more, I learned and I was like, oh my God, I got to get this knowledge out to my family. I got to get this information out because they don't know, they don't understand. And then it became my family, then it became my friends, their family, and then it just became, the community. So that's how it really, really started. And of course, we started with one more step and trying to promote that health and wellness portion, as much as we could. And then now that's how we ended up here.
And actually share with people, because you share your pictures all the time. Share with people your own personal journey with your weight loss, because I see the
Oh yeah.
pictures all the time. So you have your own personal journey as well when it comes to health.
Yes, I do. So I lost myself a total of 26 pounds through it. I lost it all in like between 2016 and 2018. And during that time, I was kind of forced to eat right because I went and traveled to California. If you haven't traveled to the West Coast, it's different. The food is different. This is not something I'm just saying. You really won't get no soul food like that unless you like cook your own food. But just being over there, being out and having to adapt to a different culture, I just kind of learned to eat different because I had nothing else really. I couldn't really get access to a lot of other foods. I was busy, didn't have time to just be, cooking for myself all the time. And then I lost weight, didn't realize I lost the weight from just eating right. And then when I came home, I just was like, okay, exercising over there was normal. So I'm going to start working out here. Got with a personal trainer, started exercising, started, continue to eat right. Then I became a vegan. And then from there, it became a lifestyle. So now I have to work out. I have to do, get my exercise and I have to try my best to eat right. I can't sit here and say that I am a perfectionist at eating right, but I definitely try my best to eat right because I understand the importance of it. And then also too, it makes me feel good when I do exercise. Like I might not even go to the gym because I want to lose weight. Sometimes I just go because I'm like, I know if I go, I'm going to feel a little bit better about my day. I know if I go, whatever I went through during the day, if I go, it's gonna make me feel. I'm gonna have a little bit more energy. My emotions might be a little more stable after having a long day. But I have learned that that is a lifestyle, and as long as you be consistent and you're determined to be consistent, you will be able to keep it up. And that's really and truly what a reset looks like. That's why I focus on it so much about resetting because you need these things to reset. You need to be exercising. You need to be eating right because who wants to even doing a podcast? Who wants to do a podcast tired and fatigued and just like I don't even want to be on this podcast. But when you implement the proper things and put them in place in your body in your mindset, you're gonna have a different outlook on how you respond to the tasks that you have to do.
Now,
So
what?
yeah.
Let me ask you this question: what do you do to motivate yourself as far as your eating and exercising? Because me personally, back in November, I was placed on, which I've been dealing with health issues as well. I've been placed on birth control medication, and that's something that I never wanted to get on. But my doctor, my blood pressure has been being elevated, so I started taking blood pressure medication back in November, and I want to do
Mm-hmm.
something naturally to kind of wean myself off because I don't want to stay on it. But what do you do to motivate yourself to do the exercise and also to eat right? Because eventually I do want to come become vegan, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a process for me. And then with Lent coming up, I plan to give up meat for Lent. And I noticed that when I don't eat meat at all, that I feel a whole lot better. But of
Yeah.
course, you got the meat, some of the meaty food is so good. So what do you do to motivate yourself to eat right and to exercise? Because I'll exercise for a while, but I don't stick with it. I'll fall off. So
Mm-hmm.
what are some tips that you can give me and people that are watching and listening to motivate yourself to eat healthier and also to exercise? Because I fall off. I'm not
Right.
consistent with it as I should.
Right. Number one is you need to know your why. Like you said, you want to be able to get off your blood pressure medication. That's the one reason. For
Mhm.
some people, it may be I want to lose weight. For other people, it may be that I know that this is something that I need to incorporate in my daily living. So you need to know your why because that's really going to be your back. That's going to be your go-to. Like whenever you feel like I don't want to do this, I don't have time for this. Like my why right now, after going through these years of being consistent, is my clients, the people I serve, because I can't be out here talking about, living healthy if I'm not going to, do the same thing. So that's my why. So it's just important that you know your why and then also set your goals. So I always tell people you don't have to set these big goals. You don't have to go out there and say, well, I'm gonna go to the gym every single day. Let's be realistic. If you know that you're a person who, you're busy and you know you're not gonna make it every day, let's not make that go because as soon as you miss a day, you're gonna feel bad. You're gonna be like, well, I'm not going to the gym tomorrow because I missed today. I'll just try it again next week. No, you just need to set your small goals. Like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the gym one day this week. And then before you know it, because you set that small goal, you realize like, hold on, I got a more drive to go again this week. And so you'll continue to have that drive to be consistent when you set small goals. And then also you want to make sure that sometimes I tell people you want to have accountability, but honestly, I truly believe if you can do it yourself, if you make a declaration to yourself that, hey, I'm going to eat right, I'm going to go work out, I'm going to do this for me. When you decide like, I know I need to do this and I'm going to do this for me, that's when you're going to be more motivated because I think we all kind of have went through that season where we needed a lot of accountability. We needed somebody to hold us down, and you need it. You need somebody to hold you down and say, "Hey, you need to be working out. What you do? What you doing?" But then also, there's those times where you need to suck it up and be like, "You know what? That's it. I'm not gonna keep letting myself down when I done told myself I know that I need to do this. So now let's hold ourselves accountable, and that's a big issue with, individuals as a whole. Sometimes we don't even want to address our weakness, and sometimes our weakness is we give up too easily on ourselves in these realms, especially when it comes to our health. We give up. We don't want to go work out because we missed a day, or we don't want to eat right because I done ate bad the other day. But you just have to hold yourself accountable, and if you want to have that accountability partner, that's excellent, that's great. But everybody can't afford to have, someone to help them along the way consistently. So I
Mhm.
definitely tell people, one, know your why, be your own motivation, and just do the work. Like, just do it. Find that one little thing that gives you the strength to say, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. You may be feeling down on everything else, but it's that one thing that may say, you know what, I need to really go do this story. Like, I need to do this today. I need to do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go out, even if it's 10 minutes, and I'm gonna give myself 10 minutes to do this. But it's all about, honestly, us. It's
Right.
us. Like, sometimes we want that pat on the back, like, it's okay. One of my clients, she had me laughing because we was talking, and she said we was in a date that had got a group drip. And it was so funny because one of the ladies, she was like, yeah, I want to start doing right, but and then the lady was like, well, you don't have to go so hard on yourself. You can just have a little bit of starch here and there. And I said, no. Like, no, that's the problem. We want to pacify and make it look good. No, like, that's the issue. That's why she can't get to where she's trying to go, because we keep patching this thing up. We just got to go hard. We got to acknowledge our weaknesses. We got to acknowledge our strengths. And to be honest, a lot of times when it comes to your health, if you're a very strong person in professionalism, it's gonna be more challenging for you to focus on your health. That's one of the things I've seen. It's very, some for some odd reason, people are really focused on their career. They're really goal driven when it comes to other stuff, but when it comes to the health, it's like the most challenging thing in the world. But I tell people, just like you go hard in your career, that's the same way you need to be when it comes to your health. Because if something happened to you, that career, they're gonna, like, somebody's gonna be replaced. Even if you have your own business, even if you're an entrepreneur, your business just won't function if something happens to you. So you want to be able to make that a priority and find a way to be consistent. We don't have time for excuses anymore.
I like that. Kim says, ouch.
Yes, yes. We don't have time no more. We don't have time. Mm-mm.
Now this is what we came on today. We want to talk about the open. Now tell us, not giving out all the goody details, but tell us what you got going on. We got open house coming up on February 27th. Tell us a little bit about, like I said, don't give away all the details because you just have to be there. But just get us
Yes.
some tidbits of what's going to be going on for open house, what we can expect, and also the new location, the time. And I already said the date is on the 27th, which is a Monday, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
It's
so
a
tell us a little bit
Monday.
about a little bit about open house, what will be going on.
So with open house, if you guys have attended any of my events, not trying to hype myself up or anything, but we have, with practical purposes, we have a team, of course, but the events that I always try to give to the community is vibes, good vibes, positivity, empowerment. I want you guys to be able to come in and have, when you leave, you ready for your week. You like, you know what? This was it. This is what I needed to keep me focused. And so that's part of it. The other part is that we're going to be introducing some of our services. We have some new services that we're also introducing. I'm super excited about that. And so if you don't know our services already, we haven't uploaded any of our services that we will be introducing yet, but we gonna introduce those at the open house, and the ribbon cutting is at 11:30. And if you want to know, like, what do they do at Practical Purpose Solutions, you definitely can go to the website now. You can look at what we have already, and then also you can go to Google. I always drive people there because that is where we have a lot of clients that leave reviews. So you can definitely go to Google and see what all that we offer. On site, we will have services. So one of the services that we will have that you can purchase and get in the same day is you can get a B12 injection. So we'll have those for a very discounted price. You probably would never get that again. So we'll have that. And then also we will have where you, if you're a person you have been wanting to do our drip service, we will have that at a discounted price as well. But you have to pay the day up for that service at that discounted price from the 11 to 2 p.m. Our ribbon cutting is at 11:30. We will have different sponsors there, different people who will be there. Of course, if you know me, you know I'm all about helping the businesses within our community being exposed. Because definitely we always need to help each other if we're trying to expand, if we're trying to go to the next level. So there will be different businesses there. So you would get to kind of be exposed to something new when it comes to certain people, certain businesses. And then as you saw, we have raffles. So we'll be raffling off some different things, some really good things in the raffles. So y'all want to make sure y'all be there to be involved in that. Um, and that's really pretty much it. But it's definitely going to be good vibes. It's definitely if you're coming with a different energy other than good vibes, then just don't come.
Yeah,
That's
stay
it.
home.
Yeah, stay home because it's definitely going to be good energy in the room.
Absolutely. Now let me
Definitely.
ask you this. What is the benefits of you said I think you said B12 injection. What's some of the benefits of the B12 injection?
So a lot of people say, well, I want B12 to lose weight. Okay. B12, you will lose a little bit of weight taking B12 because it does convert your food will convert into energy. So like your starches, they cut your starches into energy. That's how you get energy. So it's gonna burn your starches and the carbs that you eat and turn it into energy. So that's how a lot of people get energy. Um, Now there are different injections that you can get to help suppress your appetite, but then also with those injections, when you exercise and you're more active, you're gonna see the most benefit. So I don't never really draw people to the B12 for weight loss because that is one thing people love to say. Well, I want to take B12 for weight loss. It does. It's gonna help with the energy because it's gonna convert them carbs, but it's really good for energy. Really, really good for energy. So if you're a person like, I just need something to really help get me back on track. Now I recommend our drips, but if you want something, that's more reasonable pricing, B12 injections are good. If you want to try it for that day and say, hey, I just rather buy one today, try it, you can. And then we also offer package deals. So yeah, that's what the B12. Now it's also good if you have anemia. If
Yeah.
you're a person that have a certain type of anemia, sometimes it does help with all anemia. It just depends on the person because B12 is necessary for your red blood cells, so you need that in order to carry on the oxygen.
And You see Cynthia
Yeah, she
question?
said, "What does the drip entail?" Okay, so the drip is typically the go-to for most of the clients that come in, because it has different minerals and vitamins in it. So we focus a lot on the vitamin portion. You can have some of our drips that we give for people that need relaxation. It has like a mineral blend in it that helps them calm down, especially when they have anxiety and stuff. But the vitamins, pretty much the drips have those vitamins. So you have different vitamins, B12, vitamin C, magnesium, a B complex. There's so many different vitamins that you can choose from. A lot of our clients like to take pretty much the one drip that has a lot of different vitamins in it because they like the effect. And then we have some that have to get specialty drips. So if you deal with arthritis, you deal with lupus, you deal with a chronic you deal with a chronic illness, you deal with a lot of inflammation, we have drips for that as well. If you have like severe like depression, severe anxiety, we have drips for that as well. So it's really based on the consultation that we have. So that's why I always tell people you might want to come in, do a consultation, or the day of that you want to get a drip, you can choose that same day because we definitely have those supplements and stuff on site for people to get. It does include an IV, but honestly, like the clients who come in like, I don't want to get stuck, they now come in every month because they like, listen, bump the stick. I just want to feel better. I don't want to go back to where I was.
Right, right. Because I actually had some people that was telling me, Cece says, congratulations. She's so
Oh, thank
excited for
y'all.
you.
Thank
And
y'all.
Cynthia says, awesome, thanks. Now, I also had some friends of mine and even some people from my church that was so excited. They said when they came, they felt a whole lot better. There were people
Hmm.
that they have told me that they came to get the drip after having, because I know myself, I have migraines a lot sometimes. And I've been
Hmm.
told that they have come to your what do you call it? I don't want to say center. What's the proper word? Um
Um,
I want
you
to
could
say
just say clinic
clinic.
or
Okay, when they
it's
came
a
to the
reset lounge now, but
yeah,
yeah, that's fine.
but they had a very there's one person was telling me they had a severe migraine. They came to the clinic and it's like they start feeling better immediately. Then I had someone
Hmm.
that they was feeling they had like flu-like symptoms. They took a drip and they start feeling better. So I've heard a lot of great things about the clinic. So just like everyone, I want to piggyback off everybody. Congratulations on everything that you're doing.
Thank
Keep
you.
up the good work with what you're doing. And one thing I can say, things that when you are connected to the most high, things are going to be successful. Whenever we
Hmm.
connect to our highest power, we're always going to be successful. We'll just continue to do what you're doing. And like I said, you're doing an amazing job, and
Thank you.
congratulations. This is awesome.
Thank you, girl. This is work.
You should be super, super duper excited. And let me see what else
Uh,
Cynthia said. Cynthia says some of my massage clients have raved about her place. I'm coming soon. That's
yes, come
awesome.
on. Come on. I hope you're free Monday. You can come in. If not, we can get you on the schedule one day so you can get this reset. Because
I'll try to see.
you need a reset probably, especially with all you pour out. Because you pouring out with your hands, you pouring out with your heart. I'm listening. I know you have stories for days. People are always
Right.
pouring it out. We want you to
And
be a listening ear. So you definitely need to come and get reset.
she definitely does. You on point with everything you just said. She definitely does. But Kendra, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I'm so, so, so excited. Look at her response. Because she know you telling the truth. Look.
Listen, I know. I'm telling you, like, whew, I know. If you're a person that's an entrepreneur, especially, you give out all day.
Yeah, yeah.
You give out all day, but it's a
And
good
here's
thing.
Tanya. Tanya says, "What is the preparation process of the IVs and the shots?"
So typically most people book online, but if you don't book online, it's okay. You can call in, we'll get you set up online in the system. And then when you come in, we kind of before you come in, if you do it online, we can look at your history, make sure like there's no major contraindications, which typically is not, as long as you don't have like let's say renal disease. We really don't want to work with cancer patients. We wait till about 90 days to after they're finished with their treatments with them. But other than that, it's really a smooth process. You come in, once we go through your history online, if there's something, we'll call you. If not, you just come on in when you book for your appointment. And then, of course, if you have small veins or you know your heart is sick or you know that you don't drink water, make sure that you hydrate before you come in. I I'm gonna knock on wood. I have never not been able to get nobody that I can think of. Now, it might have took me a long time to get them,
Yeah.
but make sure you're hydrated and just make sure that you are mentally ready if you're scared of needles. And that's really it. And I mean, like our injections for weight loss are really small. They're super small needles, but like B12, of course, it goes in your arm. So like your IM or your hips. Um, and then the IV parts, we can do a small gauge, but I will tell you if you do a super small needle, it may take a little longer. But if you want to do that, that's fine. But if
Okay.
not, you'll be fine. I
And
promise
Tanya
you.
says she mean the actual supplements.
What kind of
Okay, the
vitamins
first her
are in
first her
that?
initial question was, "What is the preparation process of the IVs and shots?" And then she said, "I mean the actual supplements."
So I actually deal with a pharmacy. I don't know what other people do, but I deal with a pharmacy. So they kind of already pre-mix their stuff. I don't want to get into doing a lot of mixing up stuff, you know. So I deal with a pharmacy. They already do their stuff, and pretty much already like pre-made a little bit. Now there are some different. We have different supplements. So we have like if you want just like a hangover drug, we might just give you some Zofran and a B complex. I'll mix that up. But if you want something like extravagance, we probably had to get with the pharmacy to get that. But most of our stuff is already the pharmacy kind of do all that stuff for us.
Okay. So basically, they can tell you basically what they have going on, and you could pretty much advise them of what they, what they need to
Uh-huh.
do, basically.
Yes.
Because I know sometimes, like when you were one of the vendors, when Glory 98.5 did the gospel concert, and I know that some of the artists, like matter of fact, Dietrich had it for one. You know how they
He
be
needed one.
when they be jumping up and down and they may need the energy afterwards,
No, for real. I tell you, I had a client that time came and I was like, Lord, he done had turned all the way up. Now his sister was like, he really need this because we on tour. And when he was done, he was like, oh, I had needed this. He was ready. Yeah.
Well,
So
thank you
yeah,
so much for coming on. And like I said, this is awesome. I'm so excited for you. And like I
thank
said, you
you.
have got to stay focused on your why. Now, let me ask you this quick question. What do you do? Do you have those because I know being a business owner is extremely hard. What do you do
Hmm.
if you have those days where you may get discouraged? That because there may be someone that's watching that may want to get into a business, but they're a little discouraged, or maybe they have a business, but maybe their business isn't doing well and they're getting discouraged. What do you do to stay focused so that you're not discouraged? Because you're gonna have your highs and your lows. So what do you do to stay
Hmm.
focused so you don't get in that pit? Because a lot of times we get in that pit, and some of us can stay in that pit, but we got to learn not to stay there. So what do you do to keep,
Seriously.
so you're not, so you stay encouraged?
Well, for me, I definitely keep God number one. Thank you, Tanya. I definitely keep God number one. I At one point I didn't go to him for everything. I would just make moves. Like I just be like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I just wanna do this. But going into another level of business made me have to go to him. Like it was like I don't have time to make careless moves and asking him to direct me to certain people because no matter how much we feel like we can do business by ourselves, we cannot. You're gonna need a team, you're gonna need people to help push you, you're gonna need mentors, you're gonna need coaches, you're gonna need strategist sometimes because you're not going to be able to do it for yourself, and it doesn't mean you have to go out there and spend an arm and a leg, but you're going to need people that's going to be godly people too, because you don't need someone who's just in things for money, because when people are in things for money, they may just be looking out for themselves. So you need people who really is in a realm with him, with God, so that way they can give you advice based off a decision that is going to help you and not just satisfy and gratify them. And then also too, you got to block out stuff like people and things, because one thing I've learned over time is social media is one of those places, and I'm not just talking locally, I mean globally. You could be following artists, but you don't know that an artist have contracts. So just because they're posting all this stuff or they're posting these clothes, they posting like they have all this money and they have this and that, you don't know what kind of contracts they have set. So we got to learn how to, I have learned to block out stuff. Just block it out. Just because you see that doesn't mean that that's for you. And then also too, once again, you gotta know your why. Why are you in the business? Are you in it for money? Because that's not a reason. I tell people money is good, but don't make that your sole goal. Because if you're doing business and you don't like what you're doing, you need to get out of it. Because then you can make decisions based off of just trying to get money, and then you really never be at peace. So you got to know your why. You need to be able to like get away from distractions, block things out, block people out, be in it for you, be on your path, be in your lane. Don't look left, don't look right, because it's going to be a lot of people doing a lot of things. And it's going to be a lot of people trying to distract you. But when you're focused on what it is that God, the vision God has given you, you're going to be on a totally different path. Like you'll be so focused, you won't even know that this is going on over here and this person over here doing this, or this situation is occurring in your space. You're so focused on your goal and you're getting things done because you have mastered this, like removing yourself and your mindset from worrying about all the distractions around you. And then also to making sure that you're staying away from just focusing solely on money. It's like when COVID hit, everybody was like, I gotta get this money, I need to get me a business, I need to do this because everybody making money right now. But you gotta know, like, that's not all I'm trying to do this for. For instance, me, I started off with a nonprofit. I have learned to pivot into a space of this realm, but we have to learn consistently to stay focused on your why. Why did you get into that business? And don't worry about if people liking your stuff. There's always going to be people in different areas watching you. We have a whole, like, this social media world is so broad. I have people that come to me from different cities, different states now. And it's like you cannot worry about like who is not supporting you, because social media is social media. Let's focus on what we're here for, who we serving, and leave it at that. Don't worry
Mhm.
about who is liking it, who coming, who this, who cares. Because at the end of the day, God knows that certain people don't need to come to you, or certain people don't need to support you. And I think that's a big thing too, is people get so caught up in, I don't have no support, nobody wants to support me. But sometimes God wants you to pivot. I have people in Rock Hill and like just different cities. You know what I'm saying? So you have to learn how to pivot. Don't get distracted. Just pivot. Go into a new realm of your business. If you started off one way, you're gonna pivot. It's part of business. You're never gonna stay the same. And if you stay the same, I mean that's what you want to do. That's fine, but don't complain about it. Just pivot. Just go with the flow, because if the Lord continues to allow things in the earth, whether it's good or bad, to happen. If you have a business, you need to learn how to pivot, because like He's going to give us more, He's going to give us greater, He's going to elevate your business. So don't get distracted by like what's in your space right now. Sometimes He wants you to go out and go to other cities. You don't have to move there, but there's people, they looking for you. They looking for your service. They looking for your products. You just got to go out there and you got to go see them, go reach them. So yeah.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
That was an
Thank you.
awesome answer. I love it. I love it. Now, you guys, make sure you go out and support the open house, which is in the new location, and that's going to be on February 27th. The times from 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. And Kendra, because I can't see, I got my glasses on, but I still can't see. What's the address to the location?
It is 2011 Second Loop Road, Suite A. So we are between Pizza Hut and Dollar General on Second Loop. It is a lot of traffic on this road, so y'all be careful when coming in. But it is between Dollar General and Pizza Hut, so you really can't miss it. It's in that plaza, and there is a sign out there. So yeah,
Okay.
that's where we at.
So guys, make sure you go out and support. And like I said, I'm gonna try my best because like I said, like I was telling Kendria, I don't think I have anything going on. So I'm gonna try to I will try to come be there at least for the ribbon cutting. And if possible, if Kendria will allow me, I'm gonna try. If I make it, I'm gonna try to go live, do a little live, maybe a little short. But I
Listen,
want you guys to be there to
this
actually
is
experience it.
yeah. And I'm telling you, like, you know how I am about people in their business. Like, listen, you have a business, wear your t-shirt. I like my one of my best friends, she was like, Kid, this is about you. I'm like, girl, no, it's not. It's about the people who is sponsoring, the people who's coming. It's about them, their businesses. I don't get caught up in it. It ain't about me.
That yeah.
It is not about me. So yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Well,
So yeah.
congratulations.
Bring
I
whatever
wish
you
you.
want. Bring the equipment. We'll make a table for you.
Oh, that is so sweet. I'm so super proud of you. Like I said, continue to
Thank
keep
you.
up the great work, and I'll be making sure that I post a flyer between now and then. And like I said, if I'm able to make it, I'm gonna try to do a brief live. But I'm gonna encourage people to come out because you got to be there. You got to be there to experience it for yourself.
Yes. Come
And
on through, guys. We're gonna have
and
some food there. See, I don't gotta stop by and get, we gonna have healthy food. So I don't know if I want that kind of food, but it'll be healthy.
listen, that's what we need. We need the healthy food. And again, that's on February 27th from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. There's the open house at a new location. And give them the address again one more time.
It's 2011 Second Loop Road, Suite A, here in Florence, South Carolina.
And if anyone wants to reach out to you, what are your social media handles?
Facebook and Instagram both are Practical Purpose Solutions. If you want to follow my personal page, you could do Kendrea, on Instagram, Kendrea FNP, and on Facebook if you want to follow those platforms as well, because I'm definitely branching off into back into my own space. So if you want encouragement and all that good stuff, you can go over there.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Well, I wish you much, much more success, and thank you so much for
Thank
taking out
you.
time out of your busy schedule. And like I said, I'll be
I
promoting
appreciate
it.
you.
You're welcome. I'll be promoting it throughout the remainder of the week. You guys have an amazing time. Make sure you share this live. If you missed the beginning, make sure you watch the replay. And with that, we're
Yes, share
out.
the flyers, y'all. Share the flyers in your email. You don't have to just share them on social media. In your emails, y'all email campaigns, y'all do that. Go share them in y'all email
Yes,
campaigns.
make sure you get the word out. And I'm expecting there to be some huge numbers, especially people that are in the Florence and Darlington, Timminsville area locally. I want you guys to come out. And if you're watching this, because I actually have some people that I know that are in North Carolina. If you're in the area, come on through. Come on through.
Yes,
Because this
yes,
is
because
going to
our
be an
services
amazing
don't
event.
just stop here in Florence. Our services, listen, God got some good things coming.
I know that's
Got some
right.
good things coming. So we will
Claim
definitely
it.
be out of Florence
Claim
with it.
it.
Yes, it's already done.
I know that's right. But you guys have a great evening. And like I always say at the end of each podcast, whatever you may be going through in this thing called life, whatever it is, we always going to experience some obstacles. But don't allow yourself to bend. And if you do happen to bend, don't you dare break. And remember to always keep the faith. And we out. Peace out.
All
You guys
right,
have a
bye,
great
y'all. Thank
evening.
y'all.
Bye.